As much as like the internet can bring us all together and stuff, there's still that sense of it's different up here. Like it definitely feels more like us going to Europe as we do often, and just the sense of community and family and kind of wildness that goes down. But we love it, and we're grateful for the hospitality. For sure.
Well, we played an acoustic show today.
We did.
At Detox.
Or some other store in the mall. Yeah, it wasn't Detox, but it was an affiliate. It's called A something.
Okay.
I don't know. Apocalypse or Apostrophe or...
I'm not a mall guy, so...
Yeah, well, we aren't either, although it was very air-conditioned and nice, but... And it's obviously strange, but, like, these shows in Canada, a lot of them are 18 and up, and we can't do anything about it, and we really, like, it's a part of our ethic. We prefer to play all-ages shows, right? So we tried to get somewhere to play in the afternoon for the kids that couldn't come to these shows, and it worked out that it was there. It was actually really fun. Because we have to remember that most of us probably were 15 and 14 and at the mall when we first got into punk rock, you know, and we try to remember that we weren't just born in a squat somewhere or at a protest in like a fog of tear gas, and like even if that's where the struggle is and that's where the movement is and that's where our beliefs go, like we're all, you know, children of like some degree of leisure and possibly comfort.
It's also a good way to bring it from the mall out into the streets.
Right. I mean, and we're not too proud or too pretentious. Like, I mean, I hope not. Anyway, we just want to make sure that like everyone has a chance to check it out. And plus, think about having like an acoustic punk show at like a pristine fashion mall. Like, it doesn't happen every day. So
that's rebellion.
In some way, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's not Cher blasting over the speakers. So no offense to Cher.
Of course. Now,
none taken.
Yeah. What is the difference, do you think? How different are the feelings that an acoustic show would evoke versus an electric show?
Do I have snot in my nose? Do I need to blow my nose?
No.
If you want a napkin, I can go get you one.
I got it. Look, there's soy sauce.
Oh, hey, solid.
Yeah.
Get the mic on that.
That was a very like Fat Records Chunk from Good Riddance kind of moment. So it's a tribute to them. But honestly, like playing acoustic there's a different emotional range that happens. There's also people not like flying in the air and like punching their friends, and you know, it's a different thing. I mean, obviously the songs are written sometimes first as folk songs, then quickly turned into hardcore songs. Sometimes they were only hardcore songs, and then years later we were like, hey, check out this chord voicing, you know, whatever. Like, I think the ones that work are really fun, and the ones that don't are kind of insane. So we played like a really fast song at that acoustic show, and it was just strange. I think the people that worked at the store and the security guard at the mall were like, what are they doing, you know? So that was fun too.
Dude, why is this called the 2000 Voices Tour across Canada?
We had this theory that went into the writing of the song 2000 Voices on our record Dead FM, that at any given point in the half generations of counterculture, like the people that are making the shows and doing the zines, print, web, whatever, there's about 2,000 in a critical mass of extremely active people, and then there's people that kind of, like atomics, it has a half-life, it degrades, and you have to like get a job or something changes in your life and you're not as in touch. So this is about dedicated particularly to the 2,000 voices that are active in the scene. And it's a fictional theory, but it's something that, because we traveled so much and we've met so many amazing, creative, brilliant, like rebellious punk people, and some of them still come back to shows, and they're like 40 now and they have children or whatever, and their kids are coming to shows, and it's sort of a dedication to that, you know, like that moment when all that you did was pour your heart into this punk movement, you know.
Awesome. What kind of personal and also band experiences gone on since the release of Dead FM?
Tour. We've been to Europe 3 times for like 6 weeks each, going further into Eastern Europe, the Iberian Peninsula, Finland and Scandinavia. We are still touring. We're going to go to Scotland, England, and Ireland, do kind of a small town United Kingdom and Republic of Ireland tour. Like, this is our small town Canada tour. That's the like administrative name of the 2000 Voices tour, is Small Town Canada. Because we're hitting the Maritimes and we're going to Fredericton tonight. Like, after this interview, we're getting into our truck and driving to Fredericton. Cool. And we're going to Sydney, you know, and Halifax and all that. So, and Banff and the Rockies.
all the way there.
But yeah, we've been to South America, Brazil, Bogota, Colombia. We've been to Taipei, Taiwan, Japan, all of Australia, the South Island of New Zealand, the North Island of New Zealand. We have been taking Dead FM everywhere that we possibly can. So, but we've also been writing, like, for a new record. And there's a lot of songs, there's a lot of ideas. It's something we're really excited about. We're not on anyone's schedule. We're not anyone's servants, you know, and that's awesome because we're still in, like, the independent punk world, and everyone respects your process. So eventually, there'll be a new record with songs that we believe in, and I don't know, it's important for us to, like, have, like, the lyrics and the music and everything for us be the best thing that we can do, because there's so many punk records out there, you know, and we love a lot of them, but we want to make sure the one we make is necessary, and at least for us, like, something new. So that's the plan.
These guys, Mike Cousin Publishing, were brought along for this tour.
Oh yes, yeah. Our friend Steven's from Bloomington, Indiana. He braved the border with his book collection, and, like, fabricated some amazing half-truth, got across, and has been with us on this tour all throughout Ontario and Quebec, and we love him. And having, like, these ideas, like you say, like connecting the 1.5-minute hardcore song with alternative histories, feminist biographies, like radical leftist and post-leftist thoughts, you know, and even things that surpass politics, but like underground cartooning and like vegan cookbooks and like all of this stuff is really important to us. So yeah, we're trying to, in our own little way, try to bring it back.
Awesome. What, I guess, causes, movements are you most strongly behind at this very moment?
That's a good question. We've been touring so much that we almost just back whoever's hometown has the thing that's going on the most. Obviously, like, anti-racist action in Southern Ontario is really important. We have some friends that are organizing, like, a huge anti-racist festival down in Hamilton, and at the end of the fall. We have friends in our hometown of Richmond, Virginia, as well as all over the other cities where we all live, involved in the living wage movement and the industrial workers of the world. And for me and our bassist Garth, like, animal rights and the vegetarian, like, lifestyle are really important. So there's a lot of animal rescue and you know, things I can't really talk about on this camera, but yeah, especially the U.S. is watching, always watching. Yep. But yeah, no, it's huge. Like, and there's a lot of our friends involved in, like, the anti-poverty movement, living wage movement, and a lot of radical mutual aid. Our former guitar player retired from touring with us, but still a big part of our family. Matt Sherwood has been a founding charter member of a nonprofit cooperative anarchist cafe in the mountains of North Carolina, in the historic south of the U.S. called Firestorm Cafe. So he's taken his talents and put it there, and we back that too. There's a whole lot of little things happening that build up to building a world within a world, and that's something that we write songs about and believe in with our whole heart.
And you know, I guess you're your own type now. You're your own.
It's still not, I mean, it's still the same thing of, like, you know, Bad Brains, Cro-Mags, Dag Nasty, Minus Threat. I mean, and it's beyond that too. I mean, we all love, like, several eras of UK leftist street punk. We love all the sounds from California over the years, like reggae and dub, Billy Bragg, protest folk music, everything. You know, it all comes in there, and it just sounds like us after a while. It's like we don't claim to be innovating anything, but we do, in our small way, think that pushing this idiom to be more revelatory and vulnerable and revolutionary and inclusive at the same time is really important. So many political punk bands are really defensive and prone to advertising their operational purity at the expense of bringing everyone in at whatever level you're at. Like, if you're just an angry 16-year-old kid with a mohawk and you don't know much about situationism or all the different internationals that have occurred, you don't have to. Like, you just come to our shows and get out of it what you have to. And then, like, the 36-year-old, like, professors and academics and authors of books that also come to our shows, you know, and it's neat. Maybe some of our songs are footnotes and they're treatises. Well, that's the original, yeah, the whole thing about punk is that just the entire aesthetic was challenging and intense enough and dropped open a hole in entertainment as usual. And we still believe that too. Some nights I don't have to talk very much between songs, you know. Other nights when things are breaking, it's all that's left for me to do. So I hope I'm not too redundant. We love playing for everybody.
Anything else, or we're out?
We're out. Thank you so much. I have to go help load. We have to go to the Maritime.